All right, so let's talk about my week or my last week or so. I came back last week and I've been thinking short and long. I've really just been day trading in this environment. We've seen so much back and forth here in the market, so there's definitely been a ton of opportunity both ways, long and short. So I'm going to take you through my week, show you the setups, and then show you the executions. Last week I showed you in the last chart talk. I like this win short for a quick trade, and I covered into here. You can't see the executions because it was 7 days ago. We're filming this on Monday, but you can see I covered here. That was a really nice cash flow trade. I've been pretty, I've been pretty. I haven't been as active. I've just been kind of finding my one or two names that I can trade. Just trying to get a win. Just trying to keep that win percentage up. This SE, I was thinking short on the brain the beginning of last week, and this one was a really, relatively easy trade. It was just hitting a sell stop and just covering into weakness. Is SE. Now, the one thing I definitely could have done better here is my covering. Now, I've been very vocal that I'm decreasing my time frame heavily in this environment, so I'm just covering into weakness. But we see this one triggered so beautifully, and it was telling me I was right. I was correct in my trading and my hypothesis right away. So I covered this all 30-29 because my stop was so tight. So I'm like, risk reward wise, I'm risking 30 cents. I'm covering for a buck. I'm still hitting my 3-1. And on day one, so it's not bad, in a 1 day trade. However, I was right. I was very right in this trade. I was just too quick to cover. That was my main mistake in this one. Wednesday, I didn't do anything. And then Thursday, the market was coming around. And I was thinking, I wasn't sure if we were going to go long or short. Let's see. Here's Thursday right here. So we're kind of in the middle of this range here. You take that day out of it, it's like we're in a wide range. So Thursday I'm coming in thinking it could be long, could be short. I don't really have I don't have a ton of conviction either way, but this Lulu was the best trade we took all week last week. It's just been the strongest name. And it tried to gap up, and then a weak market kind of took it down on earnings. And it's been consolidating at this all-time high level. I still have a little bit, not much. But I bought this 194 and sold into strength. And then one of the mistakes I made, this team. So I was thinking this team short. Let's talk about the setup. So this team, delete that one. So we've been seeing these names roll over like crazy, and we've been doing really well when they do, like these Twilios, for example. So team falls right in that category, but it hasn't really broken down yet. But I see this type of day, and the sellers are showing they're in control. You get 3 light volume green days, and then it's all just negated one day in a big sell-off. That's a lot of information there. So I was looking to short this name. I'm looking at this huge trend line right here. So I know if this breaks, I can get that Twilio type, the TTD type puke. So that's what I was looking for in this team. The only problem was this Lulu was going really well. My P&L was doing well and all that. So I took too heavy of a feeler. Oh, let me get the. And so I'm getting short. And then we get the Friday news, and I just kind of, my stop is this 129 here. And I'm just trying to cover into weakness because you see me getting short here. I was messing around with it, trying to figure out, if it's a long or a short in this area because it's at this inflection point. So then I get heavily short into the close. And a major reason I'm doing this is because I'm heavily long Lulu, and I'm worried that, we're going to have some market news overnight. So then, we have the good news overnight where the partial trade deal's coming. The Chinese delegation was coming to meet with Trump, whatever. So I got a nice little down move. It doesn't look like much, but 127, 129, $2 difference there. I was really heavy. I was too heavy in this one. So that was my major mistake of the week, P&L wise. I'm not too mad at how I traded it. I'm glad that I really covered it at this 127. Didn't wait till 129 when I had some conviction Friday that we were going to get long. That the market was going to continue to rise. So this Lulu was going well. We bought it, this 194, just kicking it straight throughout the week. And then RCII, Friday, this was an amazing cash flow trade. We've been waiting on this one. So, all right, this day right here. Let's see the setup. we can obviously see the very tight, very tight range. And now normally in a good trading environment, when we have this breakout day, which is the last Friday, I'm going to be trying to hold most or all of my stock because this is coming out of a major macro pattern. It's very tight, strong, upper level chart. That's everything we like to see. However, in this environment where there's so much crazy news every single day that causes the market to dramatically gap in one direction, it hasn't been as profitable to be a swing trader. So I've really shortened my time frame. And let's look at this. So this day right here. That was the last time it tried to break out, and I ended up giving it all back when it came back. And I was like, oh, you know what? If it worked out, it would have been fine. It was a good setup. It was a good loss. So this time, learning from the opportunity, it was triggering. The market looked good. We had a positive news catalyst. Market was pushing up out of a major inflection point. So, I took an opportunity, and I got really heavy. I had 9,000 of this one, and I kicked 8,500 shares into this strength. Now, normally, I'm not going to be as quick to be taking profit, but as we saw, and it's funny, it's like in my shorts, I'm like, oh, I can wait. I should be waiting to take more profit. But in this trade, look how well this one worked out. So I'm really decreasing my time frame in this environment until things get better from a trend point of view. But I think I did well in this RCII. I was kicking through to the high of day, all that, and I booked like 5K on a Friday, nice cash flow trade. So that was really it for the week. Oh, and then my other major mistake of the week was this AMD. AMD I bought Thursday, and it didn't give me, so LULU Thursday, boom, gives me that great action. Okay, this AMD Thursday, I buy it, doesn't go anywhere, so I get out. And I had a good amount of stock. It wasn't like a big loss or anything like that. But it was just I gave up on the trade. I bought it and I took the risk. I paid my ticket. I should have taken the ride because it would have worked out profitably. However, I didn't have the faith in the stock or the market really, so I got out. And so I'd say a mistake there was just not sticking with the trade. But I'm honestly not really too mad at that one. I guess looking over my trades, I could say this one's a mistake, but I'm not too mad because right now I'm so cautious. This is absolute survival environment. So, I'm not too mad at that one. But overall, really good week. This team hurt a little bit, but LULU, RCII to the long side, and then Win to the short side, SE to the short side. Was there anything else? SE, and then, that's it. All right, so, a really solid week. I could take profit a little better when I'm right in my shorts. I'm definitely more comfortable being long, so I'm much quicker to take profit in the shorts, especially when I have these high of day stops that, this isn't like major resistance where I'm giving this to. It's just I'm trying to catch all these stops. Everyone's gonna have their stop that's long here, so it's gonna flush on all those stops being triggered. So things to work on is definitely taking profit in that. Maybe sticking with my ideas in this AMD. And then team not getting so heavy in feelers. You can see the stock went nowhere, and I took a decent loss in it. But I'm watching this one still. And other than that, really good week. All right, let's get back to it.
And
all right, let's hear yours. What do you got?
All right, so Jake, you crushed it with those videos that you just did. I had, like we've been saying, it's been pretty light the last couple of weeks. We haven't done too much. The two trades I had this PFPT, again, was your trade of the week. Again, I've been in this for a little bit, buying this 130. Just was, it's just like we talked about buying these breakouts where it's just, where I'm trying to be too perfect and it's just not the environment for it. So again, I was buying 130 probably this whole month, and then it pushed a new all-time high, saying came quickly back, and I think I lost like 50 cents on the trade. I think I got out like 129.5. It just seems like this thing, if my price was lower, like in the 124, 125, I'd have no problem holding it. But if I'm buying 130 and it's going $2 and it's quickly reversing, I know this thing's probably gonna want to shake out a little bit.
Yeah.
So that was just, kind of, I think I lost 0.5% or 0.4%. So it's kind of a, essentially break even. I guess that what you say was the bad trade. And then for the good one, again, it's just kind of starting this INCY. I bought this with, I believe Connor bought this with me too, on Friday through 76. Again, didn't look that great on Friday, but held 76, had a decent day today. So we'll see if this kind of support buyback.
So
Yeah.
You just gave great information. You didn't even realize it. So it's like we are not in a breakout market right now. That PFPT chart is a thing of beauty. I've made a trade of the week like fucking 3 weeks in a row. I love that chart, and I'll be in it when it finally goes. But it's just low volume breakout. It's tough right now. But then this INCY. Remember last week you were talking about we got to get away from the breakouts and then back to the support buys. So we're seeing the things like the ALGNs work. We're seeing the INCs work where they're coming out of a tight support. And right now, it's like you got to play in between the 20s. You're not scoring touchdowns. So it's like the INSEE setup is going to work better in this environment than a PFPT.
Yeah. No, I agree. And then there's even one of the guys here was talking about AMD, and I think it was.
Yeah, I talked about AMD in my shit, actually. I messed up this trade. But all right, what were you going to say?
And he was, I think it was Lincoln. I think he bought it through 29. And he was
Yes.
selling something today. And it's like, I get in this environment, you want to take some gains, but this is one of those names where it's like, if you bought 29, you're like $1 risk. You got such good stock. It's like you got to really hold these, and we're gonna want to buy 34 in 3-4 months anyway. So it's like if you're getting 29, it's like even like that ALGN. It's like if you're getting these sick deals, you don't want to be too quick to kind of give them away, especially when they're just kind of starting to work where it's not really on most people's radars. So that's the thing with kind of these support buybacks. They're not going to be as quick as those breakouts. So we do want to kind of hold them a little bit. I know you want to jump in. So.
I definitely think that's a lot easier said than done in this environment.
Yeah.
Because we're just seeing such crazy price action in both directions where it's like a tweet will drop and, stocks just flush. You have this great setup and it just flushes. So I've been in the camp of just like, if I get my really tight risk intraday, I'm just kind of taking my profit and just taking my wins. Right now, I'm not really going for the 5-to-1s because I just, it's just so difficult to obtain them. So I'm just trying to keep my win percentage really high. So it's like if I get those 3-to-1 kicks intraday and stuff like that, like I'm taking it off the table and I'm not really looking back. I'm not too mad at it. So I definitely hear you, but I think in this environment, you got to keep that win percentage up.
I got it.
I just feel like it's easier said than done in this environment to hold stock and kind of see it move through instead of taking some off. When you can start paying for the trade, you start getting those risk reward numbers. It's like I'm not fully getting all the juice out of my trades at all. I'm working on it a little bit, but also my batting average has been really good these past few weeks. So I think you gotta kind of live in both those worlds where it's like I want to hold my winner, but at the same time I know that everything could change very quickly.
No, of course.